Hello, my honeys. I have such exciting news. I just became an aunt for the first time, which is the coolest feeling ever. My fiance's sister had a baby, so Auntie Em is finally here. The irony in that is that my favorite movie when I was little, and probably still one of my favorite movies, was/is The Wizard of Oz. I was Dorothy for like every Halloween. So here I am now as Auntie Em. That being said, I'm going to meet my nephew for the first time, and I'm gonna bring along some soup for the mama bear. The great thing about soup is that while I have my entire Healthy Soups cookbook, shameless plug, you don't really need a recipe. I'm just taking things that I have in my pantry and we're gonna make a recipe together, fam. You and me. Feeling brave today because my giant soup pot is all the way in the back of the cabinet. I'm gonna get everything chopped before I go in. If you get a little bit stressed in the kitchen, if you don't feel as natural in the kitchen as you would like to, and following recipes and cooking kind of stresses you out a little bit, get everything chopped and measured out first. Do all of that and then cook everything. If you're cooking and slicing and dicing and cleaning and all that happening at once is quite stressful. So I'm gonna get everything all chopped up and prepped, and then we're gonna turn on the stove. I figure soup is a great thing to give to someone postpartum. I actually already, this is my second soup that I'm giving to her. The first soup my fiance brought down right after she gave birth. But I think soup is such a great thing to give to a new mom because all she has to do is reheat it. And also, you know, if she's lucky enough that a lot of people in her life are bringing her things to eat, she can throw it in the freezer for like up to 6 months. So if you ever want to show somebody your love through food, I recommend making them a nice hearty vegan stew and then writing a little note on it that says, enjoy within the next couple days, or freeze and then enjoy within 6 months. Oh, it's getting to my eyes. And you can even get on Amazon, they have these little silicone single servings for soups and stews. So you could actually go as far as to freeze them in the single servings and make their life so easy. But take my advice, I'm not using it because I don't have those. But I know that she will consume this probably pretty soon. I have my frozen peppers and zucchini and summer squash here. I'm going to throw this in the microwave because I could just throw it into the soup. That would be totally fine to do. But if you want to make a good veggie soup, the key is to make sure that all of the ingredients are about the same size. So that way when you take a spoonful, you get a little bit of everything. You don't have like a huge long piece of bell pepper. So I'm just gonna throw these in the microwave to heat them up a little bit so that I can chop them. So I've got all my veggies chopped up here. The frozen vegetables, the zucchini and summer squash specifically, are a little bit waterlogged, and the peppers kind of have a good amount of water in them too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to use the water from this to saute the onion. Usually when you are starting out a soup or a stew, you'll start out by sauteing the onion and maybe some garlic. I don't have garlic, so we're just doing onion. But to help that happen, I'm gonna use these vegetables. They will cook off a lot of the water to help cook the onion, and also these won't be so waterlogged when they're in the stew. In go my watery veggies to help cook the onion. And I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit before I add in some tomato paste. Sometimes I'll just put the lid on for a little bit to help speed up the process a little bit if it's been taking a minute. For spices, I'm going to add in some, is this onion or garlic powder? Garlic powder, smoked paprika. There's a difference between normal, oh, I'm on my last leg, my Shayla. There's a difference between normal paprika and smoked paprika. Smoked paprika, chef's kiss. Oregano, also known as oregano. I love oregano. I do wish that I had like canned or crushed tomatoes to give this some more flavor. Unfortunately, I don't. Now I'm gonna add in the peppers and kabocha squash. The squash will definitely give it some flavor. Otherwise, it would kind of be flavorless. So I'm glad I have that squash. All right, stir this all together. Oh, what a beautiful color that squash gives it. I'm going to add in some edamame, green lentils. What did I buy these for? I don't remember what I bought these for. I used them for something recently. I'm gonna add in quinoa. Mix this all together. Oh man, it is so, I just have to show you how gorgeous this looks. Look how beautiful. Quinoa, it gives such a cool look to a super stew. Such nice texture too. All right, I'm gonna add in the veggie broth. The lentils are gonna suck up a lot of the veggie broth as well as the quinoa. So I do wanna make sure I add enough. So actually what I'm gonna do here is I have enough liquid to cover this. So I'm gonna bring it to a simmer, put on the lid. I'm gonna check on it in like 15 minutes and see if I need to add more liquid. I wanted to show you guys this toothpaste that I'm obsessed with. I'm doing a partnership with this company and they just asked me to post on stories, but I am so obsessed. I'm telling everybody and their mother about it, stopping people in the street. Like, have you seen this toothpaste? So most toothpaste that are on the market actually are not safe to swallow. If you Google like swallowed toothpaste, it will say, if you've swallowed this much toothpaste, call poison control. Like what? That is insane. We put this in our mouth every single day, and the amount of toothpaste that you accidentally swallow, I remember hearing a statistic about it, and you swallow like a dime-sized amount of toothpaste every day or something along those lines, and that just adds up over time and it's gross. But this toothpaste, not only is it safe to swallow, but it's sulfate free, it's paraben free, it doesn't have artificial colors, it doesn't have artificial sweeteners, whereas most toothpaste on the market do. Not to mention, they have fantastic flavors. So I have cocoa ginger, I have lemon lavender, and I have Element. And they actually gave me a discount code that you can use, and you can get these on Amazon, and my discount code works on Amazon, which I think is just fantastic. So you can either place the order from their website, or you can just place the order on Amazon and use my discount code. It gets you 15% off. What I also thought was really cool was it doesn't have fluoride, because as we know, fluoride can be lethal in large doses. So it uses, it's called NHA. It stands for nanny hydroxyapatite. That is what is used to fortify your enamel. So it's whitening, helps maintain enamel, and promotes oral health. We have a microbiome in our mouth. A lot of people don't realize this. And then they have other products too, which are really cool. So it's completely vegan. And another part that I love is that there are no endocrine disruptors. Endocrine disruptors, that is another way to say things that disrupt your hormones. So there are a lot of products, unfortunately, household products that have endocrine disruptors and can affect things like fertility and other hormonal disorders, autoimmune disorders, thyroid disorders. So I cannot recommend these highly enough. While that's happening, I'm actually gonna be filming another video right now. I have 2 little snacks here and one more that I need to make. I'm filming a video about healthy snacks. This cookie, oh my gosh, you guys will not believe. Single serve, 2 ingredients, so healthy, so nutrient dense. And then I have a tortilla that's just sort of resting there, made from 2 ingredients. Also, sweet potato chocolate cake. So I got a setup to film this video. I think I'm gonna film it now. Just finished filming. So I made 3 unbelievable recipes, guys. This is one of the craziest recipes I've ever made. 2 ingredients, just maple syrup and almond flour cookies. You can even do, I just did single serve. Unreal. When I have kids, I'm gonna be making these all the time for them. A little tortilla that I'm about to dress up, and then a little chocolate cake, single serve. But enough on that. Let's go check out what's happening with my soup. Okay. Wow. What gorgeous color. It's almost like a quinoa. It's kind of like a quinoa salad, huh? I'm gonna add in some nutritional yeast. Not only does nutritional yeast taste great, But the person that I am making this for, my sister-in-law, she's quite athletic. She is active. I wanted to make her a soup that had a lot of protein in it. So I have the quinoa, the edamame, the lentils, and the nutritional yeast adds a good amount of protein. And it really adds such great flavor. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. And I think this is pretty much done. So I'm gonna take it off the heat. I'm just gonna let it cool a little bit before I put it in the container. While we're here, I'm gonna take my daily dose of Dulse. Unique New York, my daily dose of Dulse. Dulse is a great source of iodine. What a great segue about salt. Because I don't salt my food, I need to make sure I supplement in one way or another with iodine. So just get this on Amazon, get it every month. Has 130% of your daily iodine, and I just take it like fish. If you don't like fishy taste, you're gonna hate this. I don't mind it. You also could like throw it in a soup or stew. Or if you're making like a little poke bowl, it adds a nice saltiness, so you can put that on top. While we're on the subject, let's just do the supplements for today. Vitamin D3, linked in the down bar. Are you part of the club? And vitamin B12, also linked down below. Vegan, premium ingredients, no GMOs, no oil, no sugar, unlike a lot of the supplements out there. This is how she is looking. I really just think quinoa adds such cool texture to a little, I would say this is more of like a stew situation. Okay, I am gonna update you guys on wedding stuff, but first, Julie Chen Moonves. Any Big Brother watchers out there? Like I can't say but first without thinking of the queen herself. I'm running a big giveaway for my B-Day, my sweet 16, my 16th birthday. 19th of February is my big birthday. So I'm running a giveaway. I'm giving away over $10,000 worth of prizes. I'm giving away memberships to my Slim program, lifetime memberships. I'm giving away cookbooks, coaching packages. So a lot of fun stuff is happening. You just need to follow the link in the description. It will tell you exactly how to enter. You just have to enter your email and then make sure you're following me on all the social platforms that you have. So if you have Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed and following in all those places and you will be entered. So all of that to say, right now I'm actually writing the email to send out to announce the giveaway. I'm gonna finish up writing this email and then we're gonna sit down and I think we're gonna talk a bit about wedding planning. Okay, as promised, a little wedding chit chat. Cozy up, grab some tea. Here's what's going down. When we last spoke, I had a few things on my mind. Theme, bridesmaids, hair and makeup. Wasn't quite sure where I was gonna go there. I think I have made some decisions. So first, speaking to the theme. As I spoke a little bit about last time, I felt that there were two choices. There were two paths that stood before me. And one of them was going to be America's Next Top Model. Path number one is the play it safe. It is do it the way that I do everything, which as we can see, white, bright, light, clean, beige is my color of choice. Pros, it's totally aligned with my aesthetic. Cons, it's predictable, it's boring, it looks like every other wedding, it's a cookie cutter that nobody will remember. Path number two, I could envision it, but I couldn't put a name to it because I didn't know that there was a name for it. All I had in mind was I pictured blue flowers, blue hydrangeas, blue and white. And it spoke to me because when we went to tour the venue, they brought us to this room and I just about died. They showed us all these different, you may remember this from one of the earlier vlogs when I was touring the venues. They showed us all these different tablecloths and plates and napkins. And there was the blue and white and I saw it and I was like, I love that. I have since learned, thanks to Pinterest University, that this is a Positano theme. I have some Italian in me. I am an Italian gal, and I'm kind of leaning toward that. So that is path B. It is the blue and white lemons Positano theme. I kind of want to go that route. Another reason why, so pros and cons of the girl that may become America's Next Top Model. Pros, it's memorable. It's beautiful, it's different, It's not predictable. It's lively. It's fun. Cons, it's a little bit different from my normal aesthetic, but I don't want to have a super boring wedding. So I think I might go the Positano route. That kind of leads into the next piece of business that I want to talk about here, which is bridesmaids. As I talked about a bit in my last vlog, I was a little bit unsure about what to do for bridesmaids because it is so hard. I have such a good problem on my hands. I find it really hard to narrow down the bridesmaids. The politics of bridesmaids is an energy that I want nowhere near my wedding. What I want on my wedding morning and on my wedding day and bachelorette, I want to be with my girls and I want to enjoy one another and relax and have some brunch. I don't want to say who's number one walking down the aisle, who's the closest to her, who's the maid of honor, yuck. Don't want that. So I originally was thinking, okay, maybe I'll do like 5 bridesmaids, but there are friends of mine that I love and we've been through it all together. We've been friends since my first ever boyfriend and now I'm getting married. We've been friends that whole time. I have friends I've been friends with literally my entire life because our family were, our grandparents, our grandmothers were best friends. And so what I have decided, I think, I just need to talk to my fiance about this. I think in lieu of choosing bridesmaids, because another thing with the bridesmaids as well is that they have tasks, they have responsibilities. If you know me, you know, I've got it taken care of. Like I don't need my little minions doing tasks at my wedding. I just want to be with my friends that day. So I think what I'm going to do is this. Instead of doing bridesmaids, I think I am going to do a something blue crew with 10 of my people, like 10 of my closest people. So yeah, like 10 of my best friends are gonna be my something blue crew. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give, first off, that'll be my bachelorette party. And then I'm gonna give them blue sweatsuits to wear the morning of, and we can all just kind of like hang out the morning of and do brunch and relax and have fun. Ooh, I'm out of focus. Relax, have fun. I don't want there to be any pressure on them. And then I'm gonna invite them to wear a blue dress. So I'm not gonna force anybody to do anything. I'm not gonna force them to wear a blue dress, but I'm going to invite them to wear a blue dress because it would look nice if we all take pictures together wearing blue, which goes along with the Positano theme. Next piece of business, wedding-wise, flowers. Seeing the quotes for flowers is enough to give you a stroke. You could buy a small island with what you have to fork over for flowers. Seems like a big fat waste to me, especially because I think what really would give my mom a stroke is seeing the flowers get dumped in the trash at the end of the wedding, because that's what happens. And I know you can encourage guests to take them with you. People aren't gonna take them with them. I'm telling you that. So I was thinking for centerpieces of doing like a lemon bowl, and I'll have some blue hydrangeas here and there, but I'm not gonna go in on the flowers. It is astronomically expensive and it doesn't seem worth it to me. So I don't think we're gonna do that many flowers. I would rather save that money and use it on like having a brunch with my friends, you know? Last little piece that I have been working on in the background, personal touches. So every Saturday I work a little bit on my wedding. And what I've been doing recently is I want there to be at each table setting a photo of either me or my fiance or both of us with that person. So I've just been going through my photos every Saturday and just kind of plucking out photos of us with the people that are coming to the wedding, because I think that would be a really cute personal touch. And I may have that tied into the find your seat. So when it says find your seat, I think it would be cute if that photo is also there with the find your seat. So it could be like find your seat is tied onto a lemon with a photo of me and that person, or my fiance and that person. Another personal touch that I want to do, hi, you just love being on camera. Another little personal touch, I think it would be cute and fun to have, like, I used to be a teacher. Tell me you used to be a teacher without telling me you used to be a teacher. I want to have a quiz, like quizzes at my wedding. I just want to have, you know, while people are waiting and photos and all that. And just, have you ever been at a wedding where I don't think this will happen at my wedding based on the perspective tables that I've put together, but have you ever been at a wedding where you know literally no one at your table? That has happened to us like a number of times. So I think it would be really cute to have at the tables little pieces of paper, like little quizzes that say get to know your table mates, and it has fun facts and you have to find out who the fun fact belongs to. So this person lived in Hawaii for 2 years. Then they'll say, you know, who is it? And it's a good way to start conversation within the table. I think that would be cute to have. And then also a quiz about us. So when people are sitting in the seats waiting for the ceremony to begin, I think it would be very cute to have a little quiz that everybody has. And it says like, what year did they meet? Where was their first date? Like, where was their first kiss? That kind of stuff. So those are the little things that I'm thinking of. We have booked hair and makeup. So I booked hair and makeup for the day. That has been taken care of. What is next on my list? I think really solidifying our guest list and sort of our bridal parties, if you even want to call it that, like our Something Blue crew. I think we really do need to solidify our guest list. And then we're gonna have the engagement shoot in early summer, and then we'll send out save the dates. We're getting married, by the way, in 2026. So we will have like a 2-year engagement. By the time we get married, we will have been together for almost 7 years, which is wild. Wild, wild, wild. The fact that I'm getting married is wild. By the way, I'm using caraway pans. I love my caraway pots and pans. I will link them below, but they're non-stick and they're just terrific. Here they are in all their glory, my paella stew. I'm gonna make a cup of tea here and I'm trying to decide if I should do the spearmint or the Le Ginger. I always start my day with Le Ginger, so already did that. I will link these below, by the way, because I'm pretty sure I have a discount. Pretty sure. I think I'm gonna go though with the spearmint. I usually have this at night. It is so good for helping your digestion. I love actually bringing these packets with me because they do really just support your digestion. You can just throw the packets in your purse. But I'm feeling minty today. Let's do spearmint. Also, since it is Super Bowl weekend, I want to show you guys this healthy appetizer that you can bring. It is 100% whole food, plant-based, oil-free, vegan. Nobody will ever know that this is whole food, plant-based, and it doesn't have any oil and how healthy it is. All you do is take mushroom caps, de-stem them, and then you're going to take a half a cup of pine nuts, a half a cup of walnuts. You are going to toast them and then blend them with a little bit of celery, a little bit of onion, whatever spices you like. I like the Bell's seasoning. Then put it on a skillet and stir in a little bit of red wine or Marsala wine or cooking wine, veggie broth, and then you stuff it into the mushrooms and then bake them at like 350 for about 25 minutes. Oh, and nutritional yeast. I have the recipe up on the screen here, but wow, is this a recipe that will knock everybody's socks off? You won't believe how healthy and delicious it is. Guys, did you know that when I first started YouTube, I was making like fashion and makeup videos? I'm gonna do a little thrift haul. By the time you've seen this, you may have saw this on my Instagram. Not from Primark, this is just a reusable bag. I love thrifting. To go on that little treasure hunt is so fun to me. So let me show you what I got. First thing is actually this blazer that I'm wearing. I think brown. I love chocolate brown. I think it's one of my best colors. This, I went to Savers. This was $9.99. Next up, like, this is why I love thrifting. This BCBG dress. It's like when I see something like this and then I see what size it is and I see how much it costs, I'm like, because sometimes you find a gem, but it's not your size. So when I saw this and then I saw it was my size, I just like could not believe my luck. Oh my gosh, how pretty is this BCBG? BCBG, can you believe this? BCBG. I got it for $19.99, 20 bucks. This would be so pretty for a summer wedding. And one of my best friends is getting married this summer, so this might just be the dress. I also got another formal dress, which once again, like, God bless the people that work at these stores that are just slapping on price tags. Once again, I see it and I'm like, there's no way it's gonna be my size. It's my size. Badgley Mishka, the one, the only Badgley. And wouldn't you know, $20 for this Badgley Mishka. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit more in my next vlog, but I actually recently did my color analysis and I taped my reaction to finding out what my season is. So I'll show you that in my next vlog, but now I sort of know what colors and necklines look good on me. And gold is actually one of my colors, which I'll just go ahead and show you. The next thing that I have here, if it's high-waisted and cinches at the waist, I mean, forget about it. So this, right up my alley. Once again, Banana Republic. And this one actually didn't have a tag on it, so it was free. No, they gave it to me for the same price as the next skirt that I'm gonna show you, but I love a high-waisted, and it's such high quality. This material, it's super thick, very dense. There's a nice zipper in the back. It's one of these, you know, you pick it up and you're like, that is a high quality piece. So this was, I believe, $7. Once again, high-waisted, forget about it. So this is a Club Monaco skirt. I think it is so satisfying to be able to see, you know, how much this would have normally cost. Club Monaco skirt, high-waisted, long enough to cover. I feel kind of funny saying this, a little bit of a tush. So sometimes skirts, because I like them high-waisted, they're a little too short in the back, but this is nice and long. Again, very high quality material and zippers up the back. I also love pleating. I think it's just so flattering, and I think it flatters my figure nicely when it pleats out like this, just like the other skirt has. So $7.79, $8 for that skirt. Oh my gosh, I was so excited about this find. This is an Abercrombie skirt, and it is a little envelope skirt. Well, it's a skirt actually, because it has built-in shorts, but this is a perfect basic to have. I actually wore it with this outfit. Such a nice staple to have. This is one of my favorite buys. And then lastly, color analysis tells me this is one of my colors. This is just, I couldn't believe how buttery soft it was. This is from Old Navy Active. These activewear joggers, I just loved the color on them, and they have pockets. I love how it's high-waisted, nice and tight, and super comfortable. If you liked this, let me know. This is actually one of my most popular videos back in the day, were my thrift store hauls. I love thrifting, I love it. So if you want more of these, I'm happy to do them. Okay, I'm going to an après-ski 30th birthday. One of my friends, one of my girlies, my girlfriends is turning 30. And she's having a little après-ski party. Wait a minute. I thought this was one thing. Oh! This is something else. Oh my gosh, this is for an exciting partnership that I'm doing. Wait, this is so exciting. Okay, not what I thought it was. I thought this was leggings. We'll talk about that later. But I wanted to show you guys the makeup products that I have been loving recently. First is this Bare Minerals highlighting blush. Look at the color of this. This is in the color Rose Glow. And I feel like, here, I'll put some on. If you can master the art of dimension with your makeup, it totally changes the game. And this really does. It gives you a glow and it gives you dimension. So I put it on my cheekbones, a little bit on my nose, chin, a little on the forehead. Also, I'm gonna try this out on camera. I just got a Bare Minerals lip liner in the color Charming Pink. I oftentimes will just line my entire, like I'll use it like a lipstick. I think when it comes to lip liner, lipstick, etc., you should choose a color that as closely as possible matches your natural color. Makeup is meant to enhance what you already have, remember. Oh my gosh, I love it. Slay! Before I was so rudely interrupted by a full memory card, I was telling you about my makeup. This Ilia highlighter, I've mentioned this before, this is going to be a family heirloom because of how little you need and how far a little bit of product takes you. Literally, I will put barely anything on my finger. Like that might even be too much. So much goes such a long way. And I'll put it on the cheekbones, little on the cheekbones, little on the nose, little on the forehead, little on the philtrum, little on the chin. What a product. And if I'm doing this before I've done my eye makeup, I'll put a little bit on my eyelids as well. 11 out of 10 product, so worth the money. I purchased this and I know, oh actually, okay, so on the bottom of your makeup, there's a little number here. It says 12M, that means 12 months after I open this, it expires, so it is about time for me to buy a new one, but there's still so much product in here, so I'm probably not gonna listen to that. And then once I've put that on, I will put on, as I spoke about, this Bare Minerals highlighting blush in the same areas. I'll link this below. Love it. I'm telling you, if you can learn how to add dimension to your makeup, it completely changes the makeup game for you. Now, before you put on all your makeup, use a primer. Before you paint your walls, you prime the walls. Before you paint your face, before you put on your makeup, you gotta put on a primer. I am so obsessed with this primer by Patrick Starr. I seriously ration it to myself. I can't believe I've already used half of it. That is devastating. But it's a tacky primer, and it's actually called that. It's called Tacky Hydrating Primer. It is the perfect canvas. I don't really like primers that feel like a lotion and then you put the product on top of it and it's just like sliding all over each other. This is nice and tacky, so it has such, it absorbs the product so well into your skin. Love it. Next up, this e.l.f. concealer. This is $7 at CVS or Amazon, wherever you're gonna get it. And truly, it is comparable to, I used to use the Ilia concealer, which is like 4 times the price. This camo concealer is unbelievable. The first time I used it, I could not believe how just the product is so thick. Look at that. Look how thick that product is. Unbelievable. I mean, this is the teeniest amount of product. Do you see how far this is going? And then I love Wet n Wild. I mean, it's drugstore makeup, it's inexpensive, but it's vegan and it's cruelty free. So I have this Wet n Wild blush. Upon doing my color analysis, I learned that this is a good blush color for me. So I don't have my blush brush on me right now, but I'll apply it to the apples of my cheeks, a little bit on my nose, and then I actually use a little bit as sort of, and those are the products I've been loving. Okay guys, if you haven't yet entered my giveaway, link is in the description. Follow me on all the socials, enter your email in the description and the link in the description, and you'll be entered into the giveaway to win a fabulous prize. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm giving away over $10,000 worth of prizes. If you enjoyed this video, you are going to love the next one that pops up on the screen. It's another, spend time with me. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next video.